That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? CinemaCon is my absolute favorite movie event of the year. Like maybe 5-6 years ago, it passed San Diego Comic-Con as my favorite event of the year to attend to. Just the quick version of it is this. If you don't know what CinemaCon is, it's this big conference that happens every year in Las Vegas, put on by NATO, the National Association of Theater Owners. So all the movie theater owners put on this big thing where all the movie studios come and they give these 1.5 to 2.5 to 3 hour long presentations to a theater filled with 5,000 movie theater owners of their upcoming movies. And they show us every year footage and clips, trailers, and sometimes even full screenings of movies that might not be coming out for 3-6 months, maybe even a year. And we get this big advanced look at all this stuff. It's my absolute favorite thing every year. Now, every year, it feels like for the last 5, 6, 7 years, at least one of the studios sits out. Last year was Sony. But this year, a couple of really interesting things are happening. Number one, every major studio has committed this year, and a brand new studio that has never been there is going to be there, marking a first. This comes to us from Deadline, who says the following. Typically, there's one odd duck out when it comes to the movie studios at CinemaCon, but this year, with box office climbing back post-strikes and post-COVID, there are no plans for anybody to sit out. The exhibitor studio Confab runs March 31st through April 3rd, so a little bit earlier than it does most years, at the Coliseum of Caesar's Palace. For the first time, a combined conglomerate, Amazon MGM Studios, will be taking the stage with a presentation. MGM showed up pre-merger when Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi headed the studio in previous years. Amazon Studios would confine themselves to a lunch with a reel of their cinematic product. So basically, this is going to be the first time ever that a streaming first company is going to be doing a presentation at CinemaCon. Why don't streaming companies go and do presentations at CinemaCon? Because CinemaCon is for movie theater owners. Movie theaters don't give a shit what you're going to put on streaming. They are there to consider what's coming out into theaters. For studios to convince movie theater owners how many screens they should set aside for their movies. But now with Amazon MGM releasing a lot of stuff theatrically, they're going to be there to make a pitch to the movie theater owners. Anyway, Deadline goes on to say this. Last year, Sony sat out, but the Culver City lot, which is committed to theatrical, will be back this spring on the main stage, along with Lionsgate, Paramount, Universal, Focus, Disney Studios, Warner Brothers, and now, of course, Amazon MGM. CinemaCon every year is packed. For those of you who have watched us, we always do these big streams right after a studio gives its presentation, stuff like that. And this year, there's going to be more than ever. I cannot wait. It is my favorite event of the year. We get the most stuff ever is at CinemaCon. And it seems like this year, now that we're finally post-COVID and finally post-strike, we're probably going to get more stuff than ever this year. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mando. Guys, I've got to tell you about something that changed my whole body care game. Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Now, I first heard about Mando last year when they offered to become a sponsor of the show, and I was honestly skeptical. I mean, a deodorant can't really control odor for 72 hours, can it? But after using it myself, I am a believer. You can use it anywhere on your body, and I mean anywhere. It's clinically proven to keep you smelling fresh for up to 72 hours without any irritation. I'm loving the clover wood scent, but they've got options like bourbon leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and even unscented if you prefer to go stealth mode. I like to use it after the shower, before the gym, or even important meetings. It's that reliable. And right now, Mando's got a killer deal. New customers get $5 off their best-selling starter pack with my exclusive code CAMPEA. That's over 40% off. Just go to shopmando, that's shopmando.com, and use the code CAMPEA. Seriously, guys, if you want a deodorant that's aluminum-free, baking soda-free, and just works better than anything else you've tried, it's time to make the switch to Mando. So don't wait. Control body odor anywhere with Mando. Head over to shopmando.com and use the code CAMPEA and get $5 off your starter pack. Trust me, you're going to love it. That's at shopmando.com. Go and check it out now. Chris, you've come to some CinemaCons. What do you think about the overall experience, and how significant do you think this is that not only is every one of the major studios going to be there this year, but now also Amazon is getting into it? What do you think?
Oh man, well, first of all, CinemaCon is great if you are a huge movie person. It's super, super interesting. You get to see all those trailers and those presentations first. And it's really nice to see the creative teams behind these really passionate and excited about what they're doing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's a reason why so many people were into Craven, because Aaron Taylor Johnson really gave a great little presentation.
He gave a little back all the way back in April. He gave this great pitch.
Yeah.
Like, of course, my movie's going to be fucking rated R.
Exactly. It was so fun, and here we are. But I think the big thing here, too, is in a post-COVID world, we're still fighting to keep movie theaters open. And all these studios really do need to push to have a strong relationship with theaters and see how they can get them excited about putting their movies in a theater. We have the rising cost of movie tickets and concessions. A movie night is an expensive night now for your average moviegoer. You have them battling streaming and the rise of actually decent content going on there. And then, of course, you have the issue with audiences themselves, who just forgot how to behave in a theater now that they are no longer in their living room watching movies and on their phones and talking during films now. So I think studios and these exhibitors all have to come together and go, hey, how do we make this the most enticing thing that we can all do together? You guys need to get us excited about your project so that we can give the best pitch to our potential audiences as well and really work together. That's the thing I always find to be the most interesting takeaway when we go to CinemaCon, is how there is so much just like, not reverence, but that kind of thing where the studios really, really are pitching to the movie theater owners and are so clearly beholden to them and make it very clear that without you guys, what we do is not as successful. And it's one of my favorite things about it, is when you see these little mom and pop theater owners being really wined and dined essentially by big studios who say, hey, we really want to be in business with you. We want to help make you successful. I had no idea about this part of movies until we started going to these, and I love it. I think it's so cool to see people so excited about this industry.
Yeah, and to your point, one of the great things about CinemaCon is like the main events, yes, are the big studio presentations, but all throughout CinemaCon are a lot of like sessions going that talk about all the different aspects of the movie theater going experience, where they talk about issues facing them and how they can, monetize other things better or make the movie going experience better. Like food concession people come and show their wares.
The food floor is the best. Oh my gosh, you guys.
All that free food.
So much free food. So many alcoholic slushies.
Oh, so much free ice cream, so much free candy, so much free popcorn. It's
Last day is nuts.
all it has. Or like what I thought was pretty cool going down into the exhibitor floor was even like these companies showing off their leather reclining seats.
Yep.
Hey, movie theater owners, put in our seats, and some of them are damn good.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see. For me, would be two studios. It'd be Paramount, because of what the sale and stuff like that. They've been my favorite presenter for.
They do such a good job
since we've gone to CinemaCon. And the other one would be Warner Brothers, James Gunn, what he has in.
I was about to bring that up.
Right, those are the two key ones that I'm looking.
So last year at CinemaCon, James Gunn just sent in a video message because they were busy working on stuff and they didn't really have a lot. But this year, I think both at CinemaCon and Comic-Con, I think James Gunn, particularly at CinemaCon, I think James Gunn is going to be there. I think they're going to show, and listen, I'm going to say this. I think, remember, we've been there. They've done surprise screenings of Ghostbusters, surprise screening of Shang-Chi, surprise screening. I think we're going to get a Superman screening.
Ooh.
I got no insider information, but I would bet $5 that they are going, that James Gunn, because remember, this is a brand new cinematic universe, right?
Right.
Brand new cinematic universe. The DC films really bit the movie theaters in the ass the last 4 or 5 they put out.
Mm-hmm.
I think James Gunn is going to be coming there and saying, guys, it's a new deal. It's a new day. A new day? It's a new day.
Well, I actually did.
For our stuff. And here's proof. And I think they're going to show a full screening of Superman. I really do.
So CinemaCon takes place March 31st, right?
Yeah.
And the release of Superman is July 11th.
March 31st to April 3rd.
Yeah, July 11th. So that could fit there.
Yeah, it could. I think it'll be, I think it'll be there, and I think they'll be really excited about it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, I think the stuff we're going to get at CinemaCon this year, I think this is going to be the biggest CinemaCon year ever. They're finally post-COVID and post-strike. They were just starting to get post-COVID when the strike hit, and that kind of killed things too. Every single studio is going to be there. A brand new studio is going to be there. James Gunn is going to go heavy with DC stuff. I absolutely know it. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.